So welcome to Freedom Hours, and here again, great to have you back with us today. So today's video we're going to look at when should I invest in crypto. You see, we've done a number of different videos about crypto in the past, talking about how we believe you shouldn't actually be investing in cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. A lot of my subscribers said though, Andy, if we do actually want to invest in crypto, how much should we invest and when would be a good time? So in this video we explore a bit more about when you should actually buy. To be honest, I don't think crypto is a long-term investment. That being said though, if you're in a different financial position, there may be different stages where you may be able to invest a little bit of your money. So we'll talk a bit more about that. I'll also talk a bit more about how the crypto market has actually dropped, how it's had a bit of a dead cat bounce at the moment as well. So we believe it's going to go down a lot further. So don't be suckered into the current market rally as well. Anyway, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and thanks for joining us here at Freedom in Hours. Okay, so a couple of years ago we did a video saying why Bitcoin is a bad investment. At that point, Bitcoin was around $60,000 Australian. It launched up to about $85,000 Australian from that point on, and now it's dropped all the way back again. Recent times had a bit of a bounce. Now, we still believe that cryptocurrencies are a poor investment choice. The reason being why we've gone through in other videos, for example, is there's no underlying value. It's all based on market greed. A lot of fear of missing out. People are jumping in because they want to earn more. We also spoke about the theory of gambling as well, that people like to gamble their money and gamble in place. So we're a big believer that you've got to be really, really careful if you look at investing in cryptocurrencies. That being said though, if you're a young person, for example, and you've got a bit of money, you want to make some quick returns, there may be opportunity to trade cryptocurrencies on a very short-term basis. For example, with the current bounce happening in the marketplace at the moment, you could be buying into the trend again as more and more people get into it. Now, again, that doesn't mean that it's a good idea to do it. So again, be very, very careful and be aware that you can lose potentially 30, 40, 50% of your money in different swings. But if you're well aware of the risk and you're a young person, it may not hurt to go and buy some cryptocurrencies perhaps. The second person that may look at buying crypto at this stage or investing in it could be someone that has quite a lot of money and has some extra income that they can invest in. You see, because cryptos can swing wildly from day to day, you can put a bit of small amount of money in there, say 5, 10%, a bit of a gambling fund. You can then use this money to actually invest in cryptos, hoping it will go up. You see, as long as you're not investing a substantial amount of your money in the cryptocurrencies, it doesn't hurt to have a flutter. My concern is, though, there's been articles, for example, a guy in Australia, he was working off-site in the country, and he'd been working for a couple of years, saving up a heap of money, and he thought he'd go and use that money to go and buy a house. He invested $250,000 into cryptocurrency, dropped by 60%. He's lost most of it as well. He also invested a lot of that into Luna as well, which, as we know from a previous video, has gone down to virtually nothing. So you've got to be very, very careful when you're looking at investing in cryptocurrencies and only invest what you can afford. So let's go back to what I said before. If you're young, got a bit of extra money, you want to make some quick returns, do it. Again, knowing that you may lose a portion of your money. If you've got a big nest egg, for example, say you've got $1 million, and you want to go and invest, say, 5%, $50,000 in it, go for it. Again, knowing you could lose money as well. I guess the third person as well is if you're an advanced trader, you can actually look at trading the trends of the cryptocurrencies. Now, if you look at the cryptocurrency graphs, they do go in long-term swings as well. So, for example, Bitcoin had its 2016, I think it was, went up, came down again. And more recently, it was gone up and come back down again as well. But those trends have been quite broad as well. And in between it's kind of languished. So look at where the trends are, buy into the trends, and that's where you can potentially make yourself some money. You see, the trend is your friend, to quote a saying. So in future Freedom Hours videos, we'll actually talk about how to use trends to actually make money. So you can look at how you can use trends yourself. So there's many ways. Now, how much would you look at investing in crypto? Well, again, it depends on how much money you've got. If you're a young guy, you've got to spare 10 grand, you want to go and throw half of it into crypto, have a go, see what money you earn, go for it, knowing that you could actually lose the money again, okay? See if you can use it. If you've got $1 million, I said $50,000 you can invest, but it really depends on how much income you have and what is your appetite for risk. You see, the market I still be is very, very overvalued. The interest rates are being increased by the Fed, as I spoke about in previous videos, and the chances are that tightening cycle will lead to reduced money supply, will reduce people being able to spend money, will also slow down economic activity. You see, things like cryptocurrencies, non-financial tradable assets, for example, the ones you can actually buy, you can buy art online, or you can buy UFC cards, digital cards. They go up when there's an excess supply of money. The corresponding thing happens is when there's not enough amount of money, they go down as well. So just bearing in mind that we're in the market now where it's going to be going down. Crypto has had a bit of a bounce in the recent couple of weeks. That bounce, though, doesn't bring it anywhere near as much as what it was in the past. Remember from our previous video that we said if you lose 50%, it's not 50% you've got to gain to actually make money again. It's a lot more than that. So say an investment goes down from 100 down to 50, that's a 50% drop. So you're now saying, okay, I'm going to go and buy the dip to go back up again. Well, to get back to 100, it doesn't have to increase by 50%. It has to actually double. And that's a great fallacy in investing. A lot of people sit there and think, okay, great, I'm going to just keep on, I've lost half my money, but that's okay. When it increases by 50%, I'll be there again. Guys, it doesn't. Money's halved. So a lot of guys at the moment are sitting on 50, 60% losses through cryptocurrency have to literally make a 70 to 80% gain to return their money back, which is a real concern. So the investment of the young guy investing $5,000, if that goes down by 50%, just know you're going to have to double your investment to make it back. So it's very, very concerning. But again, the money you put into it. Now, which cryptocurrency would I invest in? Well, to be honest, I think they're all very, very similar. There's around 250,000 cryptocurrencies out at the moment. Exchanges looking at printing more. I'd stick with the bigger ones, the Bitcoins, the Ethereums. They're underpinned by good technology, underpinned by people that actually are running the nodes and networks very, very well. So I wouldn't go and invest in the smaller ones, such as, Luna's a great example of investing in something that came down. I'd be going with the bigger ones. And again, be very, very careful with what you invest in. Now, I just want to make sure that if you're investing in any cryptocurrency, you know that you could lose most all of your money. Again, I've done lots of videos about how cryptocurrencies are a poor investment. But my concern is a lot of people are sitting there still thinking that they're going to make quick and easy money out of this. Guys, you're not going to make quick and easy money. Well, you could short term make a bit of money out of it. But longer term, I think it's going to go down. Now, I've heard people saying it could go to $500,000 for Bitcoin, $1 million for Bitcoin. I mean, it's just silly, guys. I mean, come on. Yes, while you can use it to trade assets and trade finances, if you actually look at how effective it is as a means of exchange, it's not overly effective and uses a lot of power consumption. It's not very effective. But again, if you want to go to a flutter, go and have a go at it. Go for it. We did a video about why people gamble instead of investing. Make sure you have a look at that before you start buying it to see whether you are actually gambling yourself or you're investing. It's very, very important to get the right distinction. And we've also done other videos as well about house prices. We also say price will bottom, where we talk about how other asset classes are quite risky at the moment. You see, markets go through cycles. The cycles are tied to a lot of cases to interest rates. Interest rates go down, more cash available, stock prices go up, asset prices go up, interest rates rise, stock and asset prices start going down. It's the economic clock. It's been that way for years. Interest rates are still going up. So don't get fooled by people saying we may have a short interest rate period. Inflation's near 30-year highs. There's a lot of risk still out there in the marketplace. So be very, very careful in any investments you do. But again, only invest in crypto what you can afford. Know that, yes, you can get some quick short-term gains. Make sure you look out for the trends as well. The trend's your friend, as I always say. And keep an eye on your money. So anyway, hope you enjoyed watching the video today. It's much shorter than what we've done previously. But we really are here for people's financial growth, financial independence, financial literacy, and understanding things. You see, make sure you do your research on anything you buy. Don't listen to your friends that say crypto is a great investment. Don't listen to the mortgage mutual fund managers that say it's a great idea. Do your own research, study, learn what you should do, and you'll be in a much better financial position. Anyway, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thanks again for joining us here at Freedom in Hours.